from behind the arc. J.C. Clossy in the game. He's had a couple of threes himself. And here we go. 22 on the shot clock. And he's going to play it down as long as he can. It's a stare down. 12 on the shot clock, and here he goes. He shaved as much time as he could, and there's Little Page, who doesn't need to be that far back outside. Fall-away jumper. No, it's short. They get it back up and in. 5 seconds remain. What a break for Boykin on that offensive rebound. 5.4 seconds remain. Bulldogs on top, 59-57. At the time it was needed most, Boykin hit that follow-up shot with the offensive board. And going to the line to try to make it a 3-point. Now, here you go. It's Gidgel. No, it's Parks on the line. This is big right here for Ty. We got the scoreboard back. Ty gets it. 60-57. Parks with 18 in the game. And that is absolutely the way the book was written for a dramatic comeback. But you got to hang on, everybody. There's still 5.4 seconds remaining. And this Lee team is very capable of navigating it all the way down the court and getting a three. And they have to really work for a three. You can't go for a two in this case because there's just almost no way you're going to be able to get a steal and get it back in. But the biggest thing is who they get it into. Tonight, as far as three-pointers are concerned, you got three guys that have hit a couple of them. Kennedy, Willingham, Hendricks. But one of the three of them would be the most likely guy to be able to take the bomb. And it'll be interesting to see, and you see Delaney Susain sitting here in the middle of the stands, just aside from Marjorie Richard. And here we go. And Union is going to employ a bit of a press. They've got three players up front. They've got two back. So Kennedy will toss it in. It's all or nothing now for Lee. And here they go. And timeout is called with 3.3 seconds remaining. And a lot of people might ask, would Dave Niven try to foul on this one? It's a gamble, but if you fouled on this one, it would be something you would have to do almost immediately, because you got to know by the time this thing gets down to 1 second, they're going to be going for the finale here. Ty Parks with 18 points, 8 for 13 from the floor, 10 rebounds. And he and Willingham have just about matched cards, except Parks has been over the board so much more tonight. Here we go. We told you it was going to be an exciting night tonight, and it has been. This men's game has been about as good as it gets to open a conference season. And I'm delighted that you have been with us. And now let's see what happens in the final 3.3 seconds as we've got the last chapter of the drama right here at Fred DeLay Gymnasium. Union up 60-57. They've got to go for the big one. And if they do, we'll sit here for 5 more minutes. Neither team with a timeout remaining. So here we go. You really do. You have to figure it's either going to be Kennedy, Willingham, or Hendricks. Possibly McGuire. He has hit one if he was open. So here they go. To toss it in is McGuire. But somebody's going to have to break and try to get it right from behind the key. 3.3 seconds remaining. Hold your breath. They may go! My, that would have counted. I'm not sure that's the way the play was drawn up. It went to Willingham across court, and he dished off. And that three was in and out. Heartbreak time for Lee, and take your breath time for Union. The Bulldogs win it 60-57 to remain undefeated at 7-0. But this Lee team, I must tell you, they are going to be trouble for people in this Gulf South Conference race. That defense was as good as we've seen by anybody this season. And it just kept Union from getting a kind of a flurry to pull away. Nobody had a lead in this game of larger than 5 points. That's the way it is. Well, let me run down your scoring for you in our final stats, and then we'll wrap it up and take it home for everybody. For Lee, they shot 22 of 53 from the floor, 41.5%. And three-pointers, it was 6 out of 23 for 26%. That was a big problem for Lee tonight, is that the three-pointers did not drop with rapidity. This is a team that does not shoot terribly well from behind the arc, and I'm looking at my totals here, 29% for the season, but particularly down the stretch, they could not get a big one. 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Free throws were not that crucial in this game primarily, except for the one that with a three-point play down at the end by Ty Parks, because of the fact that in this situation, if Ty had missed that free throw, they could have played for a 2 rather than a 3. And in rebounds, Union with the edge, 33-32 in the game, and it was, I mean, both these teams were crashing the glass with proficiency tonight. And when it comes to turnovers, Union gave it up 12 times, Lee 14, and points off turnovers, Union 13 and Lee 10, and the 60-57 finish, that three-point edge and points off turnovers could have been the big factor where that was concerned. Now let's go down the scoring. For Lee, it was Jace Willingham with 18, 8 out of 10 from the floor. You cannot fault him for his outstanding effort tonight. He was terrific. If Lee had won the game, he would have been our choice for player of the game. And then 11 points for Quay Kennedy. He was 4 out of 12 from the floor. He picked up 6 rebounds to lead the Flames. And then over down the ledger, it was Hendricks with 10, Beyond Hendricks with 10. And he also picked up 3 rebounds. McGuire was 3 out of 7 from the floor. He had 9 and had a couple of three-pointers himself. For Union, with that thriller finish, and the last 5.4 seconds hitting that basket and the free throw, it was Ty Parks, 8 out of 13 from the floor, 18 points, and he added 10 rebounds, so he had a big double-double tonight. Just, you cannot say enough about what this guy did down the stretch. And then for double figures also, it was Tyree Boykin with 12, and he picked up 4 rebounds and a couple of assists during the game. He was a terrific floor leader all the way across. 10 points for Bo Gidgel. He was 4 out of 9 from the floor. He had a rough time of it, though, at different pockets of the game, trying to navigate shots that ordinarily probably would drop for him, but the defense was just outstanding on the part of Lee. And keep telling yourself that, because that is a team that is going to have some real nightmares in store for some other people throughout the rest of this season. And I can't let this go without talking about Mikhail Simmons, who came in and hit 2 big three-pointers, but one of them that was huge, that was a 4-point play in the game that brought Union back from a deficit and gave Union an opportunity to tie the game. It was just terrific, and he played excellent defense in the course of this game. And we'll be talking about that on Saturday with Dave Niven in the game against Shorter. But our player of the game tonight, there's not much doubt about it, because he came up with the big one at the end, and he also had some terrific ones all through the game. Ty Parks, 8 of 13 from the floor, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 18 points, and he is indeed our player of the game. And so Union's still undefeated, 7-0 on the season. So let me run down what is going to happen Saturday. Shorter comes in here from Rome, Georgia. And Shorter has been known in both women's and men's basketball to give Union all kinds of fits on the Fred DeLay gym floor, and I have no doubt that's going to be the case this coming Saturday. The tip-off time is 2 o'clock for the women's game, 4 o'clock for the men. We will be hitting the air live on uuathletics.com on the Union Digital Network at 1:45 on Saturday afternoon. Now, both this doubleheader and the one Saturday with Shorter, they will be airing. Channel 6 in Jackson on JEA is carrying the TSSAA High School Football Championships all weekend long. So Sunday, starting at 12 noon, the Union Lee doubleheader, as well as the Union Shorter doubleheader, will be just an all-day marathon of Union basketball starting at 12 noon. So grab yourself a bite after church, and then head on in and watch all of these, because it'll be a lot of fun. Lady Bulldogs tonight, it was a tough one, and they handed Lee its first loss of the season, 79-69. Got a 20-point lead in the first half. Lee eventually late closed it down to 5, but the Lady Bulldogs were tenacious on defense toward the end and won it 79-69. And so the Lady Bulldogs are now 5-2 on the season, and boy, have they played some monster competitions. Bulldogs won it 60-57 in a big thriller. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it bringing it to you tonight. And so, as we wrap things up here, your executive producer of Worthy Road Studios is Paul Schultze, who is also our ever-cool, ever-present director. And our camera operators tonight, Billy Bolin, Andrew Burris, and Christopher Reasons. I'm Steve Beverly saying until we're with you Saturday, so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.